Our team at SEED, when we work with clients who are relocating to Austin, we start with a very overview approach. I have like a series of questions. One of them is, where do you have to be in the morning, and how long do you want to take to get there? Commute times are a really big consideration. A lot of people relocate here because they don't want to have a commute anymore. And from there we look at, what are their school needs? Do they want public schools? Are they interested in private schools? So we're kind of like this, we're more than just go open doors and show you houses that you saw online. Like, we're a consultant for your entire relocation process, which is a process. So most of our relocation clients start a year in advance, and they're doing scouting trips here. And we pride ourselves like, yes, we're going to show you every neighborhood. We're going to show you every neighborhood you need to see, but also like, the lifestyle. Like, what else do you do besides live in your house? When you're not working and you're not, we want to make sure that the house fits the lifestyle.
When I'm working with buyers who are relocating to Austin, I take a little extra time with them to ask a lot of questions and help them really understand which neighborhood is going to be the best for their lifestyle.
Oh, well, I guess just sitting down and getting to know them and figuring out what stage of life they're in. Because depending on that, they might like certain areas of town, but just really getting to know them. And then I can kind of help identify where, what might be a good fit for them.
I love helping out-of-town people that have never been here or they visited. I really enjoy playing tour guide with them and kind of just showing them all of my favorite areas around town. Typically, I just try to pick out what they like, if they like being in a denser population, if they'd rather live in like the suburbs, and go from there.
It's pretty easy to know, especially knowing where somebody works, whether they have children or not. You're immediately going to know where they're going to lean towards already. So it's fun to kind of take them to different areas and showcase those areas for them and showcase what it is about that area that they would like. That would help them out in their move to here, and what it is that they like to do, or if they're a family, or if they want to be near downtown, or if they don't want to be near downtown. So it kind of is like putting the puzzle together, and that's part of the fun, and figuring out what it is that they're looking for.
When a buyer from out of state or out of town contacts me, the first thing I want to talk to them about is exactly their criteria, what it is they need, what's more important to them. Is it schools? Is it location? Is it a move-in ready home? Is it an investment? So we start there. Once I know the criteria, I am able to tell them the parts of the city where I think they should focus, where I think they can get the most within their budget. And then usually they come in town for a weekend, and we do a lot of driving around and a lot of touring and getting the vibe of these neighborhoods and letting them see exactly what's there. And from that moment on, we're narrowing and narrowing and narrowing and editing until we really get down to the house.
Well, what we usually do is we meet with them here in the office first. I kind of get a sense of what they know about Austin, if they've been around the neighborhoods, and then a big part of it is really trying to find out what their budget would look like. And then with that, I can see, okay, where can we actually find a home that fits their needs and their desires with the budget that they have in mind. And then what I like to do is spend a good 2 to 3 hours initially taking them to those neighborhoods that I think would work for them, and then letting them decide on where they want to plant their feet.
By listening. I listen to their needs, and I enjoy getting to know people and how do they live their daily life. What does a typical day look for them? Do they work from home? Do they work downtown? Do they work up north or down south? Are they retired? Maybe they, have a completely different vision for their future. And I think being a good listener is very important to work with your clients and be successful.